Hi, welcome to this new video tutorial. This is the beginning of a new video series where we are going to create some Python script where Python plays the game for us. So for example, we have the game of Tetris. I'm going to show you it to you so it will be easier to understand. And here we go, you go on tetris.com and then you just click play. Let's wait for the loading. And now I am just playing Tetris using the keyboard, so I'm using the keys right and left to turn the block and the down key to go down faster. So our goal is that the Python script will play the game for us in this way. The series where we work on this project is going to be divided in 3 macro steps, where in the first one we're going to get the screen and the keyboard where we are playing the game of Tetris. Then once we have this, that we can interact with the screen, we are going to move on the second step where we're going to do the video processing. By video processing, I mean that using OpenCV, we're going to detect the board where we're playing the game, also the block that is incoming and the blocks that are on the list so that we can play a better game. And finally, and most important, the first step is the actual mind that plays the game. So we're going to develop some really simple algorithm which plays the game and hopefully will be that good to beat the game. If you're ready for this, keep watching the video and let's start. Here is my PyCharm editor where I'm going to type the Python script, and to start to do the code we need to make sure that we have 4 libraries installed. One is OpenCV and NumPy, and if you already follow me, I can imagine that you should have already these 2 libraries installed, as they are the ones that I always use in every video because they are the basic of the computer vision. And then we also need 2 extra libraries. One is Pillow and the other one is Pywin32. So as I'm installing Pywin32, it should be probably clear to you that this is mostly going to work only on Windows, Microsoft Windows. If you want to do the same operation on Ubuntu or on the Mac, you should change something, but honestly, I don't know how to work on that for this specific project. And now first let's install these 2 libraries. So OpenCV and NumPy, you can find some of my tutorial on YouTube to see how to install them, while Pillow and Pywin32, I'm going to show you the instructions right now. Here we have the website. I'm going to put this website on the link in the description on the article about this tutorial. And in this website we have the binaries for the Python packages, so we can just look for them. You can just press Ctrl F and you will open this bar down the screen where you can type first Pillow. I press Pillow and here we have all the versions of Pillow. How to choose which one to download? It seems a lot, but it's not that hard to understand which one you need to download. First you see Pillow and the number Pillow 6.2.1, for example, in this case, and then this CP is Python and here is the Python version. In this case 36, it means Python 3.6, 35 Python 3.5, and so on is the same for the other versions. Then at the end you can find some difference. We have Win32 and AMD 64, and this depends on the Python version that you have. For example, if I run Python, I have Python 3 3.6, so I should choose this one, Python 3.36, and there are two of them. One is Win32 MD64, and here we can clearly see when we run Python if we have the 32-bit version or the 64-bit version. When you have the 64-bit, also written here MD64, so you go for this one. Otherwise, if you have the 32-bit version, you will go for this one. And I'm going to quit Python. You download the library, so I'm going to download Pillow, and I already have Pillow on my drive. Anyway, I'm downloading it again, so I can quickly show you the steps, and then we can install the library. You can say, first I'm going to move in the directory where I have the file. So I have the file on download. So I'm going to cd for change directory and then downloads, and then pip install, and we're going to type the name of the file. And then we press enter to install. Of course, requirement already satisfied because I have already Pillow. And this is for Pillow, and we do the same for PyWin32. So we're going to look for the library. It should be just somewhere here. Anyway, let's look for the library. PyWin32, and this one, PyWin32. And again, we need to choose the version. It's of course the same Python 3.6 MD64. You click to download. I'm not clicking because I have it already. Anyway, you click, then you go on. We are already in downloads, and you just type pip install and the name of the file that you've just downloaded, and you press enter. Okay, I have already existing installation, so there is no point to continue. And now we're going to work with these libraries. So I'm going to delete these comments. Let's start importing the libraries. We're going to import CV2, then we're going to import NumPy as NP. Then we're going to import Pillow, but from Pillow we only need image grab. So from Pillow, but Pillow it is going to be Pill. So make sure you don't type from Pillow, but from Pill, and also it must be capital letters. So from Pill, not from Pill, because it will be an error. From Pill, import image grab, and then we need to import Win32 GUI, and this library is installed itself. When you install the PyWin32, you will also have these libraries. There are many libraries like this: Win32 GUI, Win32 API, Win32com, and so on. And these are all libraries that you can use to do some work with Windows in general. So I'm going to remove the other ones. We only need Win32 QI. And that's all for importing the libraries. What now we should do is we want to take a screenshot of the game exactly in this window. And to take screenshots from Python, we are going to use the image grab function from the P library. So let's do that. Take screenshot, take screenshot, and the image, or better screenshot, is going to be equals to image grab dot grab, and then we're going to show the screenshot. Screenshot dot show, and then we can already run the script. And here we have already a screenshot of the Tetris game, and this is on the other window, on my second window. And can you see how simple it is to take screenshot with Python? Just one line and then this one to show the screenshot. Now there is a small problem. If, for example, I make the screen, the window of this one a bit lower, now you don't see it because I'm putting on my second screen, and now I run the script again. The problem is that this function is going to take the screenshot of the entire screen. And we don't want the entire screen, we want only the game. And image grab has some function where we can pass here the B box. And here we need to give the coordinates of where we want to take the screenshot from. For example, we can say from 0, 0 is the first point, and then the width, let's say 500, and the height 500. And I run the script again. So for example, in this case, I'm taking a screenshot of the top left of my first modular of 500 by 500. But now there is this other problem. We don't want to type manually each time how to take the position of the screen, because it's not convenient for us. We should create some code that automatically detects the game of Tetris, and in this case on Firefox, and then we can find exactly the area of the game is played. That's why we need the library of Pywin32. Our goal to this library we're going to use to do exactly that operation. So with this library we detect the position of the window with Tetris game. win32.enum windows. This is the function that we're going to use, and now we need to pass other two parameters. First, let's say enum windows, let's call it this way, and then top list. I'm not sure why we need two parameters. We're going to use this one. I found this function somewhere on Stack Overflow, and I'm going just to type it slowly so that everything will be clear. Now I need to create another function where we're going to print all the windows that we find. So def enum win, and now we have h, w, and d and result. Let's print h, w, and d, and for this top list it's something that we don't need. I'm going to just create an empty array top list and just leave it there. Top list, let's call it this way, and let's now run this. Okay, I forgot, I need to hide, not show the image anymore as we don't need it now. So I'm going to comment this line. Okay, let me write again because I wanted to show what is this H, W, and D that we see. H, W, and D is just the window handle. To each window that we have open and not even open, just also the hidden window, there is a handle associated. For example, this is my PyCharm editor, and there is some handle associated to this entire window, and the same is for this for the browser. There is a handle associated there. How to know which is the right handle associated to the window? Well, just looking at the numbers, it's almost it's impossible. we should find the window name. For example, if we check this Firefox window, we say here Play Tetris and then free online game. Our goal is to find this exact name among these handles. So what we are going to do, we're going to detect the Windows text. Windows win text is equals to win32 GUI.get window text, and we're going to get the window text for each handle. So during the loop we get the window text, and we're going to print the handle and the window text. Print handle and window text. Here there are many windows. In some of them we see the title, some we don't see anything. Mostly are just Microsoft Windows that I was not even aware of. Let's, for example, find the Tetris games. So I just press Ctrl F to find between all the things I printed the Tetris game. Tetris, what was Play Tetris? Okay, this one handles 67,612 Play Tetris free online games Tetris. Okay, now what we are going to do, we're going to save all this handle in a list so that we can call them later. So we have window list is equals to an empty array, Windows list empty array, and then each time we find a new handle and the text, we're going to put it in a list. So simply we say window list.append, and we put the HWND and the Windows text. This is simply what we have printed till now, but now that we have it in a list, we can loop through it. Because if you see it here, we have it in a function, and then it's a bit strange. Usually we don't do these operations with Python. We don't put just an object and then we call the function inside. It's not really intuitive approach this, but that's how Win32 works. So we have nothing to do, just to use it as it is. Now we simply print the window list for window, or we can say for. Now we are going to loop through it. So for HWND and window text in Windows list. Let's print it again to make sure that is correct. Win text, and let's run it, and it's okay. So now what we are doing, we are simply selecting only the window that we need. For example, we need only the window Play Tetris. So we say if Play Tetris in Windows text, then we in this case we find the Tetris, or let's say just game HWND, so the game handle now is equals to 0, but then Play Tetris, if we found it, then game WHND is equals to HWND. And so let's try with this game WHND if it's correct to get the window position. So let's use now position is equals to win32 GUI.get windows rect, and we want to get the position of the game handle, and let's print the position, print position, and now let's run it. Okay, here I have position 392, 1, and then the width of the window and the height it should be. What I'm trying now to do is to move this window in different positions, so to see if these values change. Now I have the window in the second screen, so let's try again. And we see some difference, 2500 and minus 574. If I run it again, as I didn't change the position of the window, it should be on the same, and it is. Let's move it on the other side of the screen. And now it's different. Oh, let's now use this position instead of B-box here on the screenshot. So we say position and we just put it here. And now let me take this, I will put it again on the other screen, and let's see if we get the screenshot correctly only of the window and not of the entire screen. And now I run it again. Okay, it seems it's working quite well, and this operation is already enough to detect exactly the position. So I'm trying to resize a bit the screen of the game, and I'm going to start the script again to see if everything works fine. And it works. And now I'm going to do after we get the game handle. So here let me put some comments so it will be more clear for the people who take the code. Game handle, and then take screenshot here while true, and then let's put this in a loop. Also, now of course I cannot use screenshot.show, as it will pop up like a big amount of images one after another. So we're going to use now OpenCV to show the images. First we need to convert the screenshot type. If screenshot now is a PIL object, so if I print screenshot dot, or let's say if I print type screenshot, so first of all we get an error. So first I need to understand what's happening here. It's happening that I close Firefox. Okay, by mistake I closed my Python game, so that's when we don't have the Tetris game open, that's what happens. So let me open the Tetris game again, and let me run the script again. Okay, so we see that this is a PIL image object. To show the images on OpenCV, we need to convert this into NumPy array. So it will be screenshot is equals to np.array, and then we pass inside screenshot. Also, let's call it this screenshot opens. No, okay, let's just say screenshot, and then cv2.im show. Now we're going to show the screen, and then screenshot, and then we need to put a wait key event. cv key is equal to cv2.wait key 25. Here we are simply saying to OpenCV, during the loop wait 25 milliseconds. So it will work this way. First we take the game handle of the game, then we take the position, we take a screenshot, we show the screenshot on the screen, it waits 25 milliseconds, and then it starts again the loop. Take again the position, screenshot again, it shows this the screenshot on the screen, and so on. If the key is equals to 27, which is the S key on the keyboard, so if we press S, we're going to break the loop, and finally we destroy the windows. cv2.destroy all windows. And you may wonder why 25 milliseconds. This is to get around 30 frames per second, and that's the usual standard when we run videos, around 25 frames per second, 30 frames per second, or 60 frames per second. Anyway, let's run this one and let's see what we get. This is the screen. Simply this is what is happening on the other screen. And let's I clicked there. Okay, now it disappears when I click on the game. We see here the color a bit messed up. So what we can do here, after screenshot and after we convert the screenshot into an array so it works with OpenCV, we can say screenshot is equal to cv2.cvt color, and we're going to convert the color of the screenshot, and then we say from which color, cv2 color, RGB to BGR. So we convert the RGB format of the P library to the BGR format of OpenCV. And now you can see that all the colors are now back to normal. And if I shrink the window, you can see that in real time we can see all the action. I hope that everything was clear. We are going to see in the next videos how from this we can take some action with the windows. So how we can press, using Python, how we can interact with the specific window to press some keys so that we can interact with the game. See you in the next video.